back again.
After about 5 minutes.
Yes.
For us.
Yes.
So, last week we did the Pottermore sorting hat.
Yes, we did.
And this week we're just gonna rant about Harry Potter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because we like it too much.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should explain our experience with Harry Potter.
Okay.
Because I grew up watching Harry Potter because of my Nana and Tori, because every time we'd go over to my Nana's house, we would watch the Harry Potter movies.
Right.
And she liked to, try and get us to, my Nana tried to get us to read a lot, so I read the first, few Harry Potter books, I think, a lot at her house.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, obviously I was born, I think, the year the first one came out. Or is that the... No, I was born the year the book came out.
Yeah, the books were...
But I was still kind of young when the movies came out, so I didn't watch them until probably a couple of them had already been out.
Yeah.
But boy, did we sit there and watch every single one.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I was old enough to start watching them in the movie theater, I think I've seen probably everyone since, maybe the third one in the movie theater.
Yeah. I mostly remember being, waiting to see the very last one.
Yeah.
The first day or two it came out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing that I remember about them being in the movies. Because I think I had, seen the movies before I read them.
You would have had to have seen the movies with me because I've always owned every single one since they have come out. And I'd watch them all the time. I also always watched literally every single time they'd be on the, whatever channel. I know, ABC Family, I think, would have the marathons and stuff. I would always just turn that on every single time it was on.
Yeah. And I think I even, watched the last movie before I read them. Because I was, I liked my book collection to look a particular way.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have a series, I want to buy the series all at once.
I feel.
So that they can all match. I don't like buying books at different times. And I hadn't found a set or the coverings that I liked yet. So I was waiting to buy all of them at once that I really liked. And then when I finally did that, then I read them.
I collected mine from thrift stores because I think mine when I was younger that I had probably came from my Nana. It was probably just extras from her or ones that she found. But yeah, I know she had given me a couple, and I think the rest I just found either at Barnes & Noble or thrifting, and it was all the old ones that had the checkered colors on them. And then, yeah, I think I had all of them except for the last one. And then the same one that you have came out. I don't know who, put that one out, but...
I'm not sure.
It's, almost a light, blues, purples on all the covers. And if you put all the spines together, it looks like the castle.
And it has, the little cardboard
box around it, yeah.
It can sit in to, keep it compressed.
Yeah.
Or when it sits on a shelf.
Yeah, I've started rereading them. I read the first one, and then I had a big, long break because I had too much going on that I didn't even have time to read. So I'm reading the second one right now. Still not very far into it, but...
Yeah, I reread them all, I think, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I get sucked in so quick, when I'm reading. Especially shit that I know that I like. I think I blew through the series in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I was I want to read. I was I want to start with the first one and just try and read them all, read before bed every night and stuff. But then I got so freaking busy with work that almost every single night, as soon as I hit the bed, I was asleep.
Yeah.
So I was well, can't really read when you're sleeping.
No, not necessarily.
But yeah, I've started reading the second one again. I'm probably about a third of the way through it.
I need to watch Fantastic Beasts again, because it's been a little bit since I've seen those, and I don't even... So, is there 3 now? Or is it still just 2?
There's two. The third one was supposed to come out, but I think they had to do some rearranging because they wanted to kick Johnny Depp out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they suck.
So I know there's one all about, like, Grindelwald.
That was the one that I think was supposed to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think they're going to make it mostly about Dumbledore. Young Dumbledore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was supposed to be... Well, I guess... I'm confused now. I know I've seen them. The second one was The Crimes of Grindelwald, right? The first one was just Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
I don't remember Johnny Depp still being in it very much, though.
He was more so towards the end, because it was still about, like, Newt.
Yeah.
And, like, getting back into it, but it was about his relationship with, like, Newt's relationship with Dumbledore and how Newt was kind of, like, everything that was going on led back to Grindelwald, and then he was in, like, the end of it for the most part.
Yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah, I need to rewatch those, too. I've seen the first one.
Because they're not books, are they?
The first one is a book, because, so, like, in the actual Harry Potter universe, that's one of the books that they have to buy for school.
And it's written by Newt, which is what he's making
and I
in
think
the first
that's
movie.
The book that they have, because I have it downstairs. It's supposed to be, like, I think his book that he wrote, not, like, the story, like, as it's written, like, the movie, but I have not read that one yet. I have it downstairs.
I haven't either.
And then I was gonna read, I have The Cursed Child, but I know it's written more like a play, and I think
it's written as a screenplay.
Yeah, and so that's why haven't been, like, too interested to read that one yet. But
I think I read it when I got it, and I mean, I think I sat for, like, an hour or two, maybe, and, like, read through it, because it's literally just
really
set up like
quick.
A screenplay.
Yeah.
I wish they would make that a movie, but I don't think that would ever happen.
I mean, it is an actual play. I think it's just only in England, where it's not very accessible to us.
Yeah. But still, they could make that a really cool movie. Like a movie.
Yeah. Also, just talking about, like, experience with the books and the movies and stuff, I know I've been quite a few times. You've been only once to Universal?
Yeah, just the one time with you.
That is my favorite place.
I need to go back. Because we went to the one in California. I need to go to the one in Florida.
The one in Florida is pretty cool because the one in California is just the one area, and there's, like, Universal in Florida has 2 parks, and each park has its own Harry Potter, and you can take the train back and forth between them.
That's cool.
So I remember, I think in 2018, I went with, like, my whole family to Florida, and they were, like, asking me what I wanted to do, and I was like, I just want to go to Universal, or, like, Disney, either one.
Right.
Like, just one day I want to go to an amusement park, and we did Universal, and the Universal park, out of the 2 that are in Florida, I like, the other one is Islands of Adventure. I like that one a lot more, because I feel like it has more stuff.
Right.
Whereas Universal, and also the normal Universal in Florida, has a lot of the same things as California.
Right.
So, like, I'm kind of experiencing the same stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember being so excited because I had looked up that you could take, like, ride on the train, but you had to have a park hopper's pass to ride on the train.
Oh.
And so I remember we were there, and I was like, I will literally pay the $40 to change mine to a park hopper just so I could rent the train and then go over to the other side for a minute while they were chilling or doing whatever. I was like, I will go by myself. But we just didn't end up doing that. It was just getting too late. And then it was cute, though, because the normal Universal Park has... What? The one in California is Hogsmeade, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's Hogsmeade, because that's the one in... the normal Universal in Florida is Diagon Alley. And then the other one is Hogsmeade, because Diagon Alley has the bank. Right?
Well, Ollivanders was in California, too.
Well, they probably just added that so they could have all the shops.
Well, I think it had, like, the fucking posts with, like, the street names, or, like, which way to go, like, to Hogsmeade, to Nocturne Alley, to Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
I think it was, because we ate in the three brew six.
Well, I'm pretty sure Hogsmeade has the castle, Diagon Alley has the bank, if you go to the Florida one. And I was excited because I had the one in California is the one with the castle.
Yeah.
And when I went with my family in 2018, it was the one with the bank. And so I was like, sweet, new experience at least. Like,
right.
And so my mom can't ride very many of like the 3D kind of rides because she gets motion sickness. And then Ryan doesn't really care for rides that much. And so I kept asking my parents, I was like, can someone go with me on the Harry Potter ride? I haven't been on it yet. And it was the one that's like through the bank and it's like halfway the 3D ride and it's halfway a roller coaster. And so my dad was like, I'll go with you because he's cool with rides.
Yeah.
He likes rides and stuff. And my dad waited in that line with me for like an hour and a half so we could go on a ride that lasted like 5 seconds.
Oh, shit.
And it was great. But yeah, and then I want to go with you really bad to the Florida one so I can see you experience the
I want to say
Hagrid's
and go to England and go to their Harry Potter world.
Well, yeah.
Because they've got
obviously
fucking everything over there.
But if we're doing rides,
well, yeah.
I want you to go on the Hagrid's motorbike one so bad. That's like probably one of my favorite roller coasters ever.
I don't know. Fun. I thought the broomstick one that we did in California was really cool.
Oh, the one through the castle?
Yeah.
That one is like you feel like you're legit flying through the.
That one was really freaking cool.
That one's cool for like just a ride in general, but for like roller coaster, the motorbike one is cool because you can sit on the motorbike and it feels like you're like riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That one was really cool. Yeah, I've been to between Florida and California, I have now been to Harry Potter World like 5 or 6 times. And it's always a fun time.
Jealous.
I always like taking new people or people that haven't, like, if I took you to Florida and we, like, did some of the stuff, I like watching people experience stuff for the first time. And so I liked taking Kyle and he got to see, like, we watched, like, the light show on the castle. Yeah. They had, like, a Halloween-themed one because we were there for Halloween. Yeah. When I took Lainey... She bought, like, an actual wand that had the, like, sensor in it so you could walk around the park and, like, do stuff in the windows, like, do spells.
I think if I
went
back, I would do that.
Yeah. She was having a fun time. But yeah. And then I took her we went on the castle ride, and when she got off, and she was like, that was so cool!
Yeah, I could see her being like that.
Yeah, 'cause she likes Harry Potter too. And then we tried on robes. We didn't buy them because they're freaking like $100 and something.
Yeah,
but
they're expensive.
I have a picture of her in her robe and she's like... I'm like, yep, this is how it feels.
I would have to buy Hufflepuff things.
Yeah, I know. Can I say this again from the last one? I can buy you Hufflepuff things now that you've slowly...
I guess.
Because I said I was going to buy you Hufflepuff things, like, right when you figured that out, and you were like, don't.
Yeah. I don't know, it's growing on me.
Yellow's a good color.
It's just weird, because I've spent the last 8 years knowing I'm a Gryffindor, and then I redid it now that I'm older and matured, and I'm like, what the fuck? The more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what? It kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so if anyone didn't watch the last episode... We took the Pottermore quiz again, and Caitlin was a Hufflepuff. She was at first very upset, and now it's grown on her.
Yeah. It was a lot of shock, and I was just like, what the fuck? This doesn't make sense. And then the more I look at it, and the more I'm like, you know what? It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I was always
a very
Ravenclaw.
Fiery personality.
Yeah.
But that underlying moral piece of me is like,
it's like
knowledge.
You come off as this, but you are actually this.
I'm essentially Tonks.
Yeah.
Because, like, at first, like, you're, like, reading it, or, like, reading the books, or, like, watching the movies, it's like, how is she a Hufflepuff?
Yeah.
I mean, like, watching the movies, but then you read the books, like, the more you know about it, the more it's just like, oh, okay,
She seems like what I would say for you could be between Hufflepuff and Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she came from, like, a family of Slytherins.
Yeah.
So that was, like, a real big, what the fuck.
You should figure out what your parents are. See where you came from.
My dad's a fucking Slytherin. My mom's probably a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I could see her being Hufflepuff or Gryffindor. I don't know. I could see my dad being a Gryffindor. At first I wanted to say Slytherin, but I'm getting Gryffindor.
Yeah.
And
my dad would probably be
I have
either
no
of
idea
those,
for
but
my
I think
mom.
my dad really probably would be a Slytherin. I
Yeah.
honestly think your mom kind of might be a Slytherin.
I can kind of see that. I feel like she could go into like all the houses for different reasons almost, but I'm kind of going between Slytherin and maybe like Slytherin and Ravenclaw.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Ryan kind of gives me Hufflepuff vibes.
I think Jordan would kind of be a Hufflepuff too.
I'm 100%. I can see that. Again, I feel like you, your brothers, and your mom are all kind of on the cusp of like Hufflepuff or Gryffindor.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I could see Shane being Gryffindor or Slytherin. Like, he cares a lot about people, but he's... The way his life has dealt hands to him, he's had to, like, do a lot for himself. So I could see him being more...
Yeah.
Like, sliding a little bit more Slytherin. Just for his cunning, I guess.
Yeah. Everything else I was going to say to talk about is literally just about the books and the movies. I don't know, should we do favorites first and then talk, or should we talk first and do favorites?
Let's do favorites first.
Because I feel like that could help the conversation.
Yeah.
So, I guess I don't want you to see mine, because I think it'd be fun if we tried to guess what each other's was.
Oh, on this thing? Okay.
Yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
on the Pottermore website, this wasn't a thing the last time I was on this website, which is who knows how many years ago.
Right.
But they have like a favorites thing now where they have 6 categories and you can pick your favorite from like everything in the whole wizarding world.
Right.
I think we should just go by category and then try and guess each other's.
Okay.
So, I think we should start with a smaller one and end with a bigger one. Honestly, the one that I didn't care for the most was the Quidditch teams.
Yeah.
Did you pick one at all?
I did.
What'd you pick? Or, I guess... Actually, I don't even know how to guess that one, so we can just say that one.
I picked the Holyhead Harpies because that's Ginny's team. When she graduated Hogwarts, that's who she played for. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
I picked Puddlemere United because that's... what's his name? Oliver Wood, I think, is like the coach or plays on it.
Mm-hmm.
After Hogwarts, and then it's Dumbledore's favorite team.
Oh,
That's really all I knew, so I just picked that one because I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I picked the Harpies because of Ginny.
The
other ones, I don't know.
I guess the next one, places and transport, I guess.
Let me look at that.
I know, does it let you look back at the thing? Because I know what I picked, but I can't remember what else it said. I feel like for you, I actually don't know. Maybe this is going to be harder to guess than I thought.
Probably.
Is yours like one that's pretty popular in the books, or is it more like low-key, not like a big one that everyone knows?
It's popular. Everyone would know it if they've read or seen the books. Seen the movies.
I literally have no idea. Ollivanders?
No.
Hagrid's Hut?
No.
Azkaban?
No.
Hogsmeade?
No.
Diagon Alley?
Yes.
What do you think mine is?
Forbidden Forest?
No.
The Burrow.
No.
Did you also do Diagon Alley?
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick that one first, because I picked it.
I was looking through it and I was like,
Just Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
There's some fun stuff there.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I was going to say that one first, and I was like, well, I picked that one. I don't know if you'd pick the same one, but apparently today we've picked a lot of the same stuff, so yeah. I probably should have just done that. Which one should we do next? You want to pick a category?
Beast and Beans.
Okay, this one's, I feel like, going to be kind of harder for you, depending on if there's a wolf in here. Did you pick werewolf?
No.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about for me?
Well, there's only one cat on the list.
I did not pick a cat.
Okay. Unicorn?
Nope. No. This one's slightly obscure, but it's really cute.
The Pygmy Puff?
Nope.
Oh, Bowtruckle.
Yeah. They're so cute.
I was like scrolling back through it. I went from like bottom to top. She was on top to bottom.
Future Kristen put a picture of a Bowtruckle in the video. Because they're so cute. They're just like little sticks.
You do. You do like the Bowtruckles a lot.
Whenever we watched Fantastic Beasts and they came on the screen, I was like, oh.
I feel like I bought you one at some point.
There was something I feel like that had to do with a Bowtruckle that you bought me or something. I don't remember.
Exactly. So what do we have left?
Objects and food. This one should be easy for me.
Butterbeer.
Yeah. If anyone hasn't had butterbeer before, it's basically cream soda with butterscotch in it, which is like two of my favorite things. So it's like goes down the hatch for me.
Mm-hmm. So I picked an object and not a food.
Oh gosh. Horcrux?
No.
Ooh, I just saw if I picked an object instead of a food, do you know what I would have picked? Because I just saw it and I was like, oh yes. Did you pick the Sorting Hat?
I did not.
Deathly Hollows?
No.
Time Turn?
No.
I also think I might have picked the Time Turner, but
I think you would have picked the Mortar's Man.
I would have picked Newt's Case.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw that and I was like, yeah. Oh gosh, I don't even know for you. Golden Snitch?
No.
Goblet of Fire?
No.
I'm just saying all of them now. Elder Wand?
No.
Oh. I accidentally clicked something. I literally know it. Crystal Ball.
No.
I don't know. I'm just gonna start reading off everything.
You want me to tell you?
Mortar's Map?
No.
Portkey?
No.
The Mirror?
No.
Wand?
No.
What is it?
The Firebolt.
Oh my god, that was literally in my head at the beginning. I was gonna say that because I like didn't even see that on the list again. That's literally what I had in my mind at the beginning. I'm pissed. What, do we only have... Oh, let's do spells and potions, and then we'll do characters.
Okay.
What do you think I picked? Because I gotta look through these again for you. I have literally no idea for you. Actually, would you have done the Patronus?
No, but that's what I was about to guess for you.
I did not do the Patronus, although I almost picked the Patronus. I have literally no idea for you. Unless you did, like, Wolfsbane.
No. Alohomora?
Nope.
Accio?
Nope.
Expelliarmus?
Nope.
Lumos?
Nope. I have seriously no idea for you. Did you pick Accio?
No.
Alohomora?
No. Stupefy?
Is that one you picked, or are you guessing?
I'm guessing.
No.
Oh.
Did you pick Lumos?
No. Did you end up picking Polyjuice Potion?
Nope.
What the fuck?
Did you pick Polyjuice
No.
Potion? Yeah, I have no idea for you. Stupefy?
Yeah. What did you do?
I did the luck. Good luck.
Dumb. That's dumb.
Last but not least, character, and you already told me yours, so I can't really guess. Caitlin's is Jenny.
Yeah.
Who would be your second pick?
Maybe Tonks.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I'll say you did Luna.
Yeah. Mine's pretty easy. Dobby. Master's giving me a sock.
Dobby is free! Oh.
I was trying to make sure we had some time. Well, was that all the favorites?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna add on a few favorites.
Okay.
What's your favorite out of all the books?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with that one, or...
Actually...
My other one?
That's my favorite movie. I think my favorite book... My favorite book is Order of the Phoenix. My favorite movie is Prisoner of Azkaban.
I'm trying to think. I have not read all the books in so long that I honestly don't know for sure. I like Prisoner of Azkaban. I like Half-Blood Prince. I like I don't know. I can't say on the books. I haven't read them in so long.
Mm-hmm.
For the movies, I would also have to say Prisoner of Azkaban, probably. That one's just a good one.
It is. Order of the Phoenix would be my favorite movie if they had done better with it. That's the biggest book, and they couldn't put as much of like the Dumbledore's army into it. Well, so it feels like all of that was like sped along, and there's a lot of shit that happens when they're doing all the Dumbledore's army stuff.
It's also
that's
kind
why
of hard.
That's not my favorite movie because you can't put everything into it. Like Spew's not even in the fucking movie.
Yeah,
like, it's in none of the movies.
It's also hard if you physically look at the books. As they progress, they get way thicker. Mm-hmm. Yet all the movies are probably... I mean, the first ones are probably a little bit shorter, but all the later movies are probably all around 2 hours. So it's like, how much can you put... Obviously, they split the last one up, but it's like, how much can you put into a movie?
Right. And if they already didn't have, like, one piece of the storyline in it, then they're not going to just bring it up randomly in the last few books, or last few movies.
Yeah, and it's hard because... We are definitely both the book is better than the movie people.
Absolutely.
We will annoy you with the book is better than the movie.
Always. But 90% of the time, the book is always better.
Yeah, would agree. Especially all the, like, franchises.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the book... Oh my gosh, freaking Divergent. They screwed up those movies so bad.
Yeah, they did.
The first one was so good. And
you
had so much hope. And then the rest were just...
Yeah.
They got too, I think, money happy. They were like, ooh, the first one made a lot of money. Let's do the second one. Not like the book at all.
Yeah.
And then
let's
try and bring it back the third one. They're like, oh, the second one didn't do very well. Let's try and put it back to the books in the third one, except for let's just not finish the franchise at all.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
I have very, very high expectations for the new Percy Jackson adaptation coming to Disney.
Yeah.
I have extremely high expectations for that because they fucked the movie.
Yeah.
And, like, the movie in itself isn't bad, but they like, with all, like, the mythical stuff in it, they did well for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Compared to the books,
the plot, they fucked the plot line.
Yeah.
And then you watch the second one, and they merged book 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm. That's what they did, I think, for, I can never say it, the Home for Imaginary Children. Miss Peregrine, or however you say your name.
I still haven't read those. I want to read those really bad.
They kind of mixed the books a little bit into one storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, did you only expect to make one movie, not multiple? What the heck, dude? But
overall, like, other than just, like, missing information, like, not putting certain stuff in the movies, I think Harry Potter is probably one of the best book-to-movie adaptations.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would agree, because I think Hunger Games was, like, pretty good, but I think, if I remember right, the first one was, like, kind of with the book, not really. The second one, they used the script as, the book as the script, almost, because that was my favorite book, and they, did it perfectly. And then I remember the third one, I think they did okay, I just don't think they should have split it up, because I feel like the first one, the meme was that she just, like, cries for PETA the whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't think they should have split it up.
If people hadn't read it, they don't understand why. Because there wasn't as much emotional turmoil in the first one. And kind of, into the second one it showed it, but they played too heavy on the fact that they were, like, pretending. And not enough of,
like she
her
did
and,
feel
like,
a
inside
little
her,
bit.
like, she, like, those feelings grew, but she was fighting them down. Because that's what she's always done.
Yeah, but the movies, it's just, like, literally the whole time they were pretending.
Yeah.
Like, PETA likes her, but she's full on pretending.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of people, like, I've seen stuff all over the internet. It's like, she shouldn't have been with Peter. I'm like, if you read the fucking books, yes, she 100% should have. And
Yeah.
it ended how it should have ended.
Would agree. I have some thoughts on Hunger Games, that's for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes.
think, I mean, I feel like obviously everyone's going to get upset when things get taken out for the movie adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
But overall for Harry Potter, they didn't really take out, I feel like, too many like really big things that like everything they took out, I kind of almost understand why they had to take out.
The only one that really gets me is the development of him and Ginny's relationship.
Because yeah, they have like no chemistry hardly in the movies.
Yeah, no, it's not there, because after rereading it a couple months ago and like getting to the last few books, mm-hmm. when he's like, oh my god, Ginny.
Yeah.
And like the whole last book, like he breaks up with her to like keep her safe and like not have her tied to him, so that Voldemort won't take her after all this shit with like the diary and all that. And she's like being a fucking badass feminist, and it's like, you can't make that fucking choice for me.
Well, I feel like a lot of people that watch just the movies aren't gonna really care for Ginny's character, because they don't really show her kind of being that badass character.
They don't
too
involve
much.
Her as much as they do in the books.
I guess the other big thing is like the whole like Neville storyline.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, it kind of like they were born around the same time, whatever, as Harry, and like there's like a toss-up between him and Harry, kind of, and it's like...
It's not really played on in the movies.
Yeah.
And it's just like drops in the last one, and they're like, what? No. And it's like...
Yeah.
And you don't go to Mungo's, like St. Mungo's, the hospital in the book. In the movies, they don't go accidentally run into Neville's parents.
I will say, rereading the book, since it's fresh in my mind, the first one was pretty much spot on with the movie. I'm pretty sure, like, as the books go on and the movies go on, it kind of slowly, like, they start not being, like, totally perfect. But, and then, so far, what I've read from the second one was pretty spot on, too.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I think once you get to, like, what would you say, like, maybe, like, the fourth book?
Yeah,
probably it starts kind of changing a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is probably just because the books do get larger.
Yeah.
And so they can't put as much in, but it is, yeah. I know, I was even just reading, because, also one thing that threw me off is that I forgot that the Dudleys, like, totally, like, it was saying, like, they have blonde hair or something, like, it was something weird, I can't remember what it was, but it was, like, something off, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense, because I definitely haven't read the first few books in a long time.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I can read these and, like, picture the movie in my head as I'm going. And then anytime there's just, like, a little extra scene, I'm like, why'd they take that out?
Yeah. Anytime, like, rereading, I'm like, damn, I wish they would have put this in the movie. I wish they would have put that in the movie.
Well, and another thing that sucks is there's a lot of times that big movies like that, they will film those scenes and then they just, like, disappear because they don't end up in the movie. And then I'm like, can we get a director's cut in here?
Right.
Throw those scenes in. I want to see them.
Yes. Like, I'll watch 3 hours worth of each book. I don't care.
It's like whenever the Justice League movie came out and everyone was like, okay, Avengers Endgame, you said you had like 8 hours of footage. I will watch all 8 hours.
Happily.
Give it to me.
I will happily watch it.
Yeah. I would definitely watch. I've seen some deleted scenes from Harry Potter. I would sit there and watch, like, literally all the movies over again. I mean, I do that anyways, but if they added those extra...
Right, like, I've seen, like, the extra scene, like, when the Dudleys are leaving. Not the Dudleys.
Yeah. The Dursleys.
The Dursleys.
Dudley Dursley. I think
Dursleys.
I might have said Dudleys earlier.
I think so, too. But, like, when they're leaving and Dudley says his goodbye and is like, I don't think you're worthless or something like that. And then the scene that he has with Aunt Petunia, she's like, I lost a sister that day. It's like, oh,
basically
she
they're
gives a shit.
They're all being like, I'm sorry, except for
fucking Vernon.
Yeah.
He's
a
just
royal
like,
piece
fuck
of
you.
shit. Yeah.
Self-centered asshole. What he is.
For sure. Do you have any... I know you had put, like, conspiracy theories. Or just, like, whatever. Theories in general. Or, I know you always like what are they called, headcanons?
Yeah.
Yeah. You send me those all the time, and I always love them. And then you send me the sad ones, and I'm like, I didn't want to cry today, but I guess I am doing that now.
Yeah. There was one, the ones about Fred and George always make me the most sad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, there's one for like, at Harry and Ginny's wedding, how Fred dances with her twice.
Yeah, you sent me that one, and I was just like, there are tears coming out of my eyes. Mm-hmm. This was not supposed to happen today.
Yeah. And how, when George dies and Lily finds him, and then when Molly dies, George goes back and finds Molly, and yes. Lily gives her a hug. She's like, you watched my son, so I watched yours, kind of thing.
I know.
God damn it, why am I getting emotional?
I'm sad.
We are so invested in this world, it's ridiculous. There's so many more, too.
I know, I was trying to think. You said the two main ones that I was thinking. Also, do you remember, this was something I've discovered recently. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think, I feel like he's dating someone right now. He was a YouTuber, his name's Birdie, and he was he's like a British YouTuber. I don't know if he still makes videos or not. So, I randomly stumbled upon the fact that he played in the very end of the movies when they're like all older and their kids are going off or whatever. It's Draco's son.
Oh.
So he was talking about, he had a video or something where he was talking about playing Draco's son, and I was like, interesting. You don't hardly see his face, but his head is there. Right. And then I was just like, all the random people that are in Harry Potter that I didn't realize, because like now I've watched more things and I'll go back and I'll be like, oh, they're in this. And it was like Julian Huff and Derek Huff made a tiny little cameo because I think they lived in London at the time.
Something like that, yeah.
It was like, hello, Julian Huff is fully just standing right by the whole cast when they're all kids.
And she's just like,
yeah,
all excited.
For one of the Quidditch games. Yeah, and then watching Harry Potter after watching Game of Thrones. You're like, holy shit, they just had a full crossover.
Yeah. One of, like, I guess, like, conspiracy theory or, like, underlying, like, random thought or whatever of why the Dursleys were so mean to Harry, because Harry was a Horcrux, and it puts out all that negative energy, so they hate him that much more. Yeah. As opposed to, on top of, like, knowing that he's a wizard, and they want to be, like, the most normal people, but... So he's the opposite of the normal, and then he has, like, the negative energy of a Horcrux. Yeah. That makes it 10 times worse. Oh my god. This was the worst one I've ever seen, is that Harry made everything up, and he never actually left the fucking Privet Drive.
It was like... He, like, lived under the stairs, and he's so isolated that he had to make up this, like, fantastical world in his head. So he could, like, cope. I know, that one messed me up. I was like, no, it's real. Yeah. This one says, Snape, Voldemort, and Harry are the three brothers, but do you realize that Dumbledore is deaf? He greeted Harry at King's Cross and was the one behind Snape and Voldemort's death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one a couple times.
And that Harry was the brother that got the cloak. Mm-hmm. Voldemort was the one that asked for the wand, and Snape is the one that asked for the... Stone, yeah.
Okay, FedEx.
Harry Potter's immortal? What the fuck? That don't make sense. Draco Malfoy's a werewolf. Let's first debunk a common assumption or common misconception that Draco Malfoy is not a Death Eater. Not a Death Eater. Final evidence that points towards the truth about Draco being a werewolf is Narcissus Malfoy's decision to turn on the Dark Lord at the final moment, saying Harry Potter's dead, although while fully being aware that he is alive and capable of fighting back. Mother's love is pure and simple, we think, unless her beloved child was somehow tainted himself and no longer welcome in the pure blood order, there was no reason for her to do so. What? That's stupid.
Have you seen this? It's like, what if you imagined, like, Harry Potter was, like, a TV show, and it's like, every season is a book, every chapter is an episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, everyone's like, yes, please. But I'm like, I feel like the casting was so good.
Yeah,
you but can't I'm like, duplicate how do you redo it? And the movies were, like, obviously really good, too. So it's almost like, I feel like it would go backwards. I don't know how they could do better.
Yeah, you couldn't recast and find a good cast, and they were all the right age.
Yeah.
So you couldn't, like, bring them back in.
Oh gosh, what does it say?
Everyone in Hufflepuff was always high.
Well.
Ooh. Which death fucked you up the most?
Which death?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, probably the twins. Like, Fred and George. Like, watching... The thought of watching someone you've been connected with literally since birth die in front of you, and now you have to live without them, and, like, just that scene in general is so sad.
Dude, rereading the book, and so the Battle of Hogwarts is obviously extremely complex, and they do pretty well with it in the movie, but in the book, she describes almost every single important person that dies and, like, the scene in which they die.
Yeah, they very quickly go over it in the movie.
But, like, in the book, it's just, like, how time kind of, like, stands still for a second when he sees George fall from protecting Percy.
Mm-hmm. And also just, like, the Weasleys in general have my heart.
Yes.
And, like, they lost a few people, so it's just, like...
Well, and I remember, I've seen interviews and stuff, too, about, like, that scene and whatnot, and how much it, like, actually really messed with the actor. He's, like, he literally looked dead.
Well, because he fell asleep while they were filming, so he was, like,
yeah. And he's like, those are real tears, because it literally looked like my brother was dead.
That's what, I've heard that from... I mean, that one's definitely, like, the one that's got my heart the most, but, like, some people were talking about, like, the show Outer Banks, the two main characters are, like, dating in real life, and spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't watched, basically, he has to see the girl in the show look like she's dead, and, she's, like, laying there, and his character thinks that she's, like, dying, dead, whatever, and... The actor was like, yeah, that was, like, probably one of the worst days I've had on set, because she literally looked like she had, like, blood all over her. Like, she looked like she was dead.
Yeah.
And then, of course, same thing, she's just like, yeah, I felt like I was taking a nap. And then the other person's, like, in, like, emotional turmoil.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then he hasn't confirmed it, but someone said it looked like, instead of him, like, when he's, like, looking at her and he goes down and, like, whispers at her, it sounds like he's saying her real name and not her character's name. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, he hasn't confirmed it, but that tore me up. And I think they asked him about it, and he was like, I can't confirm because I don't remember. It was just a rough day.
Yeah.
But he was like, I wouldn't be surprised. And I was like,
my heart.
Okay, just dagger in the heart. Yeah. Yeah. That, any Weasley death, or anytime the Weasleys are just, like, not okay.
Getting shit on.
I am sad.
What's your favorite magical creature?
So, well, I guess I said the Bowtruckle, but I will say another one. It's hard because I just like animals and creatures in general. So it's hard to pick. I kind of like the hippogriff. What else? You said one earlier, and I was like, yeah, if I didn't pick the Bowtruckle, I would have picked that one. Hold on.
The pygmy buff?
How so? Not the mean ones, though. Or the
unicorn?
Grumpy ones. No, I would not pick a unicorn. I'm not that girly. Honestly, I probably also would have picked the Phoenix as a number 2. I just like the Bowtruckle. Whoop.
I can't remember.
I accidentally clicked hippogriff.
What they're called, but it's from Fantastic Beasts, the big lion-looking thing, I think, or it's like the big one that he like chases down with the little.
Shaker. Oh, the one. Is it the one that he has to do like the funny movements for? Oh, what's the little the one that likes to steal all the jewels and stuff?
A Niffler.
Yeah. That one's cute. I wanted a picture. Look at the bow truckle. I'm gonna save this picture so I already have it ready to go later. Hey. Go away, ad.
Bow truckle.
He's a bow truckle. Warning, bow truckles can be sassy and suffer from separation anxiety. So do I, so that's me as a creature right there. At least Newt's favorite beast, Picket, can. These hand-sized insects have sharp fingers and typically live in trees used to create wands. The tree guardians are peaceful creatures but will turn aggressive if anything or anyone threatens its forest home. They like to munch on wood lice.
So termites.
That
Oh,
one's
those
kinda
ones
cute.
were cute, yeah.
Guys.
Rumpant.
Oh, that's the one that he has to do, like, the weird, like, call at.
Oh, yeah.
Niffler! The Niffler. Platypus. That's why I like it. It looks like a platypus.
Mm-hmm. A Zulu. 5-colored and resembles a giant elephant-sized cat.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that one now.
Mm-hmm. And he's got like a long, like feathery tail, like a Chinese dragon paper mache thing would.
Yeah.
Zulu, yeah.
I was gonna ask you, other than butterbeer, because I feel like we both like the butterbeer, what would be, like, your candy treat food of choice?
I think I would want to try one of the treacle tarts.
Yeah.
Because I like tart things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like pumpkin, so I wouldn't want any pumpkin.
Yeah,
juice.
I don't really like pumpkin.
And otherwise, most of the food is pretty similar to just Muggle food.
Like chocolate, jelly beans.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, there's a kind of candy. I think the last time, like, I actually went to Universal, they had, like, whatever kind of taffy, and that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'd have to say chocolate frog just because I like chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably want to try the treacle tart. But I would honestly spend so much time in Zonko's.
Yeah,
just fucking hang out in
yes. Did we ever go into the candy store?
I don't know
Honey
if we
Dukes?
did.
You would remember because everything in all of Universal for the Harry Potter is so, like, all the dark, like, grays and colors, and then you walk into Honeydukes and it's, like, pink and green everywhere. It's, like, bright. You barely walk in, you're just like, whoa, this is a change.
We might have, because, I mean, we had to get the chocolate frogs from somewhere. Because I remember we both got chocolate frogs.
I mean, I know I've been a couple times. I feel like we did.
I think so.
Also, what? Didn't you like the frozen butterbeer better?
I think so.
Because you can have... Also, so when Kyle and I went, I don't know if this is a new thing, they had butterbeer ice cream.
Yum.
It was so yummy. We went around Halloween, and we went at night to, like, walk around, and we were gonna watch the lights on the castle, and I saw someone had, like, ice cream, and it had, like, the, like, butterbeer logo or something on it, and I was like, I need it. I was like, I've now tried, I think, all the butterbeer stuff they have there, other than, I think, for, like, Christmas time, they have hot butterbeer.
Yeah.
Which sounds delicious to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Starbucks drink.
Yeah, that would be really good.
That I need to figure out how to make it myself. But, yeah, I liked the, like, soda, the bubbly one, more than the frozen, but the frozen was also really good. The ice cream was delicious. It's probably literally just, like, vanilla ice cream with, like, butterscotch in it. Yeah, we went and got some of that, and then we stood and watched the lights on the castle. And it was cool because I think I've been to Universal throughout most of their holiday stuff now. Like, when I went with my family, they had all their Christmas stuff up. I've gone just, like, normal time of the year, and then Kyle and I went for Halloween, and they do, like, the horror nights for Universal, but then in Harry Potter area, they have the
Death Eaters?
Yeah, thank you. The Death Eaters, like, come and, like, walk around the park and, like, try and, like, scare people, too.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. And then everything's, like, super dark and foggy. And then they have a specific, like, Halloween-specific light show for the castle. Which I was kind of upset, because I like the, like, sorting hat one that I think we saw.
Yeah.
Because whenever it's over, they have, like, a bunch of little tiny lights all over the castle, and it looks cool. But the Halloween one was cool, too, and it was creepy.
It's
It was all dark.
On the bucket list to see that at some point.
I would like to go back. I want to go back to, like, Disney and Universal in general over Christmas, because my parents and I mean, we just did, like, one quick day and tried to get as many rides in, but I'd like to walk around a little bit more.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go to Disney on Christmas. Although, that's a mess within itself.
Yeah.
This week, like, the first week of November would be, like, the 1 week I would consider going, because they have all their Christmas stuff up, but it's not, like, too close to the holidays. Kids are in school. Hopefully it wouldn't be as busy, but... Yeah.
This next weekend is almost the weekend that my family decided to go to Branson for all the Christmas stuff. But me and my mom were talking. I was like, yes. I was like, but, like, it doesn't feel like Christmas yet. I was like, I would want to wait till after Thanksgiving. And, like, so we're doing, like, the first week of December instead. So we can, like, get past Thanksgiving and then be like, okay, now we can do Christmas mode.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't celebrate Christmas stuff before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's, like, not... Usually maybe, like, closer to Thanksgiving, I'll feel a little more Christmassy, but, like, the first couple weeks in November, I'm like, I'm just getting out of spooky season.
Yeah.
I'm not one of the people that's gonna be like, November 1st, Christmas.
Yeah. No, that's not me either.
I don't usually put Christmas decorations up until the week of Thanksgiving. Sometimes I'll put it up, like, right before, but usually I'll do it, like, right after. Sometimes I'll do it before if I'm just like, I need some happy cheer in here, because the weather sucks outside. And I am obsessed, like, these. I have so many tiny, like, fairy lights and Christmas lights and stuff. I'm like, I just want lights everywhere.
Yeah.
We don't even need to turn on the ceiling lights because we have enough Christmas lights in the house.
Yes.
But, yeah.
I don't know, I think we've hit just about it all. Unless there was something else you had.
That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go like these. Oh, the only other thing for the favorites was favorite scene or moment from the books, movies.
In the movies, I like the whole setup and scene, like when they're inside the Shrieking Shack with Sirius coming back at the end of Prisoner of Azkaban. I think that they did that really well with Peter Pettigrew and whatnot.
Yeah, that one is really good. That's like a major moment that's stuck in my brain. I'd say most memorable for me would probably be like when like basically when like Sirius Black dies, but it's like
that was the first thing that came to
yeah,
my head
because
when
like
you said
Dumbledore's fighting like Voldemort and there's like all that going on, but for my favorite most fun moment is when Hermione punches Draco in the face.
Yeah.
That one, I just remember being a kid and I was like, yeah, I'll punch him in the face.
I liked another one along the lines of that is when McGonagall brings the statues to life. She's like, I've always wanted to use that spell.
I love McGonagall so much. I also loved Maggie Smith. Yes. She's just such a cute lady.
Yes.
And she's so sassy. Her character's so sassy. I love it. Even in the books, because I couldn't really remember. Now that I'm rereading the books, I was like, I'm pretty sure she's a sassy in the books, but I'm like, God. Really hope. And I'm like, she's almost more sassy in the books.
She's much more sassy. And then there's like that scene with Dolores, with Umbridge.
I'm so excited to get to that.
When she's talking, McGonagall's talking with Harry about like future jobs and whatnot down the road. And he's like, well, I think I would like to be an Auror. And she's like, okay, well, you need to do this, this, and this in these classes. And Umbridge is sitting there and it's like, well, I don't think, like, he should think about more reachable things. That one, I think. Yeah, he's achieved high marks in all defense against the dark arts test. I'm terribly sorry to have to contradict you, Minerva, but as you'll see from my note, Harry has been achieving very poor results in his classes with me. She says, I should have made my meaning plainer. He has achieved high marks in all defense against the dark arts test with the competent teacher. Yes, that's what it is, competent. And Umbridge just, like, shuts up, and she's like, oh. Yeah. I love that scene in the book.
Talking about Umbridge, I'm just going to show you this TikTok because I died when I saw it.
True.
Like, her character is abusive and sucks, but her theme song, though.
I love the girl that cosplays McGonagall on TikTok.
Yes,
she is fucking hilarious, and she does it perfectly.
The voice is spot on.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, now that we've hit the hour mark, I guess we should stop.
Yeah, we can probably be done now.
Well, I don't know what we're doing next time, but we'll see you then.
But we'll be there.
I guess we gotta figure that out.
Yeah, we do.
Anyways, audio on Friday, video on Saturday.
Follow us on Instagram, clink.that.drink.
Hopefully I have some TikToks up. It'll probably also be clink.that.drink. Hopefully, if not, I will put it in the description.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's what I'm working on tonight, is getting TikTok page up.
Yes.
I feel like that's how we're going to market ourselves.
I guess.
Seems like it's doing well for anyone else that does that, so.
Yeah. Just everything.
Also, we're 1 away from 30 downloads.
Wow.
I don't know who it's from. I was going to show you this really
take
quick.
7 away, because those are me listening to our own stuff, just as I want to get the final product.
One of each of them were probably you, but look at this. Yeah, we're 1 away from 30. Where was the thing? Locations. This is what I thought was interesting. 4 downloads from Europe. I don't know who it is.
What? Whoa.
4 people
Germany.
in Germany. 1 in the Philippines, and the rest are from the United States. Oh. And I was also looking at the places like Chicago. I don't know anyone from Chicago.
Me neither.
Well, that lives in Chicago. I figured all the Kansas, Missouri stuff are people, probably you or people we know. And then, California. I know people from California, but not from Woodland Hills.
That's interesting.
Where is Woodland Hills? I was about to say, Woodland Hills is by Calabasas.
Well, whoever you all are, we appreciate you.
Whoever lives in Woodland Hills, please let me come visit you. I want to go to California so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't want to pay to stay anywhere, so...
Please don't make us...
My uncle just lives a little too far away from LA.
Who's that Asia download?
1 download.
Province of Rizal? Mm-hmm.
Would that be Philippines?
I guess, because it's purple.
It's Philippines, I guess, is Asia, isn't it? Yeah, because it's around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know, I was looking at this before you got here, and I was like, interesting. And we've hit the 2 achievements. We gotta get to 50 before we hit the next one. Episodes published for almost 10.
Wow.
But yeah, I was looking at all these, and I was like, this is cool.
That is really cool.
I like looking at the analytics for my website, and then I saw that we had almost 30, and I was like, okay, gotta see what people are doing now.
Web browser.
But yeah, I figured Spotify is probably you.
Yeah.
I don't know what web browser would be. Might be Mill, but yeah. Yep.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah. We're getting somewhere. YouTube's another deal. We gotta market a little bit, but hopefully TikTok can help with that.
Yeah, once we get some more episodes in there, then we start being like, everyone go and listen to our shit.
Yeah.
And keep listening to our shit, please.
Yes. Also, if whoever still listens in California, please reach out to me. I want to know who it is.
Yes. Find our Instagram and tell us who you are.
Woodland Hills is like... I think Woodland Hills is a pretty nice area.
Probably.
It's where I would probably want to live if I lived in
Yeah.
California, but yeah.
I mean, you're our first listeners. Reach out to us. Tell us who you are.
Yeah.
DM us on Instagram. Just curious. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is really cool. This
We've
is
gotten
fun for us.
we've gotten a couple followers on Instagram without even marketing anything, so I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how you found us, but
I don't know.
that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. But I guess we will see you next week with whatever.
We'll figure that out.
I guess. Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.